and welcome to the very first My Anime Academia stream. Now today it's going to be a short live stream, but it's going to be a little bit about it's going to be all about Dragon Ball Z. Now, if y'all don't know that I'm a fan, let me just show you that the proof is right here. Seasons 1 through 9. So don't get it twisted. This is a true fan of Dragon Ball Z. Like I said, Dragon Ball Z, not Dragon Ball Z Kai, not Dragon Ball GT, not Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Super. I am a pure Dragon Ball Z fan. Not saying I don't like the other series. It's just uh, Dragon Ball Z is the most pure for me. It's the most pure for me. I've watched some of Dragon Ball, and that's pretty pure, but Dragon Ball Z, that's where it's at for me. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about what I want to talk about. I want to talk about two characters that are introduced later on in the seasons. I started rewatching at season 4. That's the Android saga. That's when all the androids come in. We get to meet Dr. Gero. We hear about the Red Ribbon Army again, because that was all the way back in Dragon Ball when Goku and Krillin were a little kid and Master Roshi was a little bit younger. But anyway, I want to talk about Hercule, okay? Now, in the tournament saga, in the World Tournament saga, right after we get to meet Great Saiyan Man, after Gohan decides to wear that ridiculous outfit, we go to the World Tournament again. And this time around, they have a juniors division, they have a punching machine. So anyone that wants to be a part of the tournament, they have to qualify. So apparently, the highest that you could get is, well, in these people's minds, is like a 137 because that's what Hercule scored. And in everyone's minds, he's the strongest man in the world, and that's because he just defeated Cell, according to him and other people. Because what the Z Fighters did was just nothing but cheap and dirty tricks. Them flying around, their energy blasts, and transforming into Super Saiyans. It was all fake, right? Well, imagine this. Imagine if Hercule actually was trained by someone like Master Roshi. If he was trained to actually use his ki. Now, I'm not saying he'd become powerful, like he'd be crazy powerful, but he'd actually be able to fight. I mean, whenever you see Hercule, he's just a goofball. He can't really fight unless the person's far beneath them. If you ask me, Hercule is just a street fighter that has a little bit of talent. But other than that, it's kind of funny to think that he could actually be somewhat strong if he trained the right way. We all see how we've seen how he trains. He doesn't train right. I'm not saying I know how you should train, but in Dragon Ball Z, I know how you should train. That is for sure, and definitely not like him. Definitely not like him. He doesn't know how to connect with his energy like they do. So I just want to ask, what do you all think? Like, how strong do you think he could be? Do you think he could be stronger than, you know, I think he could possibly be stronger than Krillin even. I mean, think about it. If Krillin had no training, let's put it to size wise. As small as he is, as big as Hercule is, he'll be stronger. Same with Yamcha. Maybe Tien. Tien would give him the biggest fight, if you ask me. If Tien had none of his key powers or anything, Tien would give him the biggest fight, and that's hands down. But I honestly think that Hercule could actually have been a decent fighter, a decent Z fighter if he were to train like that. If he were to train like a Z fighter. Um, as I was watching the World Tournament Series, like I had said, and he scored a 137. Now, everyone thought that was insane. And then, of course, the Z fighters are scoring higher and higher, 200s, close to 200, well over 200. And, people weren't believing it. So they had to rebring the machine and stuff again. And then, they pretty much did it again. Vegeta ended up breaking the damn thing. Um, but anyway, I want to know what you all think about Hercule. If he were to train like a Z fighter, how strong do you think he would become? Do you think he would be stronger than Tien if he were to fight like be trained that in that manner? I don't know. I think maybe I think that would be a pretty even fight. I think that would be a pretty good fight to see. But then again, Tien, he's a monster. Tien's a monster on his own. He is. I mean, he held back Cell. He held back Cell for quite some time. pretty sure it was Perfect Cell. I can't exactly remember right now. I really can't. I'm already on season 9. I started watching at season 4. I'm all the way up at season 9 already. We're at the fusion technique, and Kid Boo's about to come, which I'm very excited for. And I'm sure I'll come up with another discussion for that. But anyway, let's talk about another character that was introduced during the World Tournament saga, and that is the Supreme Kai. Now, the Supreme Kai was given off as, the bad guy at first until he came out and said who he was to Piccolo. When as soon as he said he was a Supreme Kai, okay, so there's no problem with you, but you know what the next problem is, and that was Majin Buu. Uh, Majin Buu is a beast that Bibidi had created, an evil wizard Bibidi had created many, many years ago. And then his son Bobby wants to bring him back. And, well, he's trying to stop that. But anyway, let's talk all about Supreme Kai right now. Now, the Supreme Kai showed up. He was a cocky little bastard. He he tried to act like everybody was beneath him. Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, all of them. They're all beneath him. He's way stronger. He's the wisest and all that. Now, I can't understand how, as the show goes on, he starts to realize just how outclassed he is by them. You are the Supreme Kai. You're supposed to be watching over the earth, right? Oh, hey, what's up, open-minded movie man? How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, it's definitely been a while. And he's supposed to be watching over the earth, right? And yet he's very out of touch with what's going on. He doesn't know about the Super Saiyans. He doesn't know about anything at all, if you ask me. He's just I don't know what he's been doing all that time since he destroyed Bobbity. Or yeah, Bibbidi. Yeah, destroyed Bibbidi. Bobbity's his son. Since he destroyed Bibbidi, what has he been doing this whole time? He hasn't been training. Has he even been watching over the earth? For him to not know that Super Saiyans exist, for him to not know that he is already outclassed. Every single fight there was, every single time they powered up, he was amazed with their strength. When they fought Bobbity's henchmen in his ship, the only thing he could do was stand in awe when Vegeta first fought. And then when Goku fought, all he could do was stand in awe. These are supposed to be the strongest fighters in the universe. Bobbity only attracts the strongest evil ones. Well, he didn't attract Frieza. He didn't get Frieza. That makes no sense. Frieza would have been with him at some point. I mean, if he really does attract all the evil guys, Frieza would have been with him. Frieza is definitely one of the strongest. But anyway, let's continue to Supreme Kai. Now, later on, Buu gets released, and he's trying to say how him and Gohan can stop him here and now, and he gets his ass kicked. And so does Gohan, obviously. I mean, they thought Gohan was dead. I mean, that was crazy for Gohan to be dead. But anyway, Supreme Kai, he got his ass handed to him. He ran with his tail between his legs, brought Gohan to, the Kai planet to train and all that, gave him the Z Sword and said, hey, this is going to make you the most powerful being in the universe. This has the ultimate power. This is going to make you super strong. So he's training with it. He's swinging it around. It's a little bit heavy, but he's swinging it around and all that. And he's amazed once again. Now, I don't understand. Like, how can you be this high up but be so low when it comes to power? Like, you're down here. Like, I think Krillin would give him a better fight than anyone else. Oh, that's nice, bro. I haven't watched Naked Gun in a while. I might have to watch that. But yeah. Supreme Kai and his little helper guy, they're not where it's at all. They're below everyone. They are below everyone. I mean, like I said, I think Krillin would be able to fight him with no problem. The only thing I think Kais are actually good for in this show is their knowledge, their training. I mean, that's the only thing they have to offer the dead or anyone else for that matter is the fact that they can train you. They have a whole vast of knowledge to give you if you're willing to receive it, if you're willing to go through the training. But, you know, I can't understand how he doesn't know about the Super Saiyans, how he doesn't know about anything else that's going on in the world. Like, what has he really been doing that entire time from season 1 all the way to season 8? Or was it season 7? I can't remember right now. I really can't remember where the World Tournament saga starts. But it is true. What has he been doing? He's been a lazy Supreme Kai, if you ask me. Even Grand Kai. When Goku went to go train with Grand Kai and he fought, what was that guy's name? Pikkon, yeah, Pikkon. He's another green alien guy. He has a little thing on his head and a like cape for the back. I don't know. But either way, Pikkon, he was from the East Quadrant of the universe. Yeah, the East Quadrant of the universe, right? So he was really strong. They fought, you know, Goku and him. They come to the conclusion that it was a draw for them. But the Grand Kai, he didn't want to train them because, well, they were already stronger than him. He thought that he was okay, but he realized, like, no, I'm outclassed too. I can't do shit. And, you know, it's funny. It's just funny because, like I said, the Kais in this show are meant for just comic relief and, you know, knowledge, I guess, knowledge and training, because you train with a Kai and you get 10 times more powerful, if not more. I mean, look at Goku and his Kaioken. I mean, that right there helps a lot. I mean, the very first season, or was it the second season? See, I haven't watched the first 3 seasons in quite some time, but when Goku first learned Kaioken, he defeated an ape version of Vegeta. Okay, now that's no easy feat. Ape transformation for a Super Saiyan is one of the pinnacles. Okay, that's up there. That's right below Super Saiyan. It's this is Ape and this is Super Saiyan. Like, that's how close it is. So that's a very big feat, and for him to not even be able to turn into a Super Saiyan at that time shows just how powerful you can become under a Kai's training. But for a Kai themselves, they're not that powerful. They're not that strong. And you know what? I want to talk about one more thing because, you know, I rant and this is how it goes. I want to talk about Majin Buu. I want to talk about quite a few of the villains that we've had on the show throughout all 9 seasons real quick. Majin Buu, big fat Buu. He's the one that is the most destructive. He is the one that's caused the most damage to the Z Fighters and to planet Earth itself. Okay, Frieza may have taken over planets, destroyed worlds, and stuff like that, but when it comes to the Z Fighters' home, where they reside, he's the one that's done the most. He's the one that's put in the most work. I mean, he would just fly by a town and boom, blow it up. Okay, like he would just blow it up, no problem. Wouldn't even, you know, try to enjoy going and killing people and seeing them scared and stuff like he likes. He would just blow them up and just move on to the next. I mean, he even healed a little boy. He healed him from blindness. Like he made him being able to see just so he could try to make him scared, but that didn't work. But anyway, Majin Buu, he may have not been pure evil, but he definitely did the most damage. He definitely did a whole lot more. Now, Cell, I would say he's second in line because he absorbed so many people, like entire towns and stuff. It was insane. But he didn't leave a lot of destruction in his wake. I mean, he didn't bring the planet down to 1/5 of its population like Majin Buu. Nobody did that. Like I said, Frieza may have destroyed planets, took over planets, and all of that. But when it comes to planet Earth, Majin Buu has it in the bag. Okay, he's the only villain that was able to get that close to destroying everything. I mean, of course, we have the timeline of Future Trunks and the androids, Android 17 and 18, how they've destroyed pretty much everything. You know, everyone's dead. You know, it's only down to him. Like, even Gohan's dead. Okay, in this timeline. In this timeline of Trunks, like Future Trunks, they're all dead except for him and Bulma, and they're pretty much the only ones trying to fight off the androids. and they did a lot, but that timeline's wiped out. But like I said, Majin Buu, he is the most destructive there is. And on it, quite honestly, he might just be the most powerful villain that they've had. Ever since then, they haven't really had that many villains. I mean, like I said, I haven't really watched Dragon Ball GT. I know what happens in there, the Dragon Balls. They make dragons. I can't see. I can't even remember because I didn't really watch GT. Okay, like I said, Dragon Ball Z fan. Okay, like I said, I'm thinking about getting some GT. I watched a lot of Super, pretty much all of it. I don't know if it's still running. To be quite honest, right now I don't care because I'm rewatching all this, and it's just been really awesome being able to rewatch it. My kids are watching it with me, begging me to be able to watch Dragon Ball Z. They love watching it, but anyway, that's what I wanted to talk a little bit about today. So please let me know in the comments down below what you think about if Hercule were to train like a Z fighter. How powerful do you think he'd be? Do you think he'd be able to fight Krillin? Do you think he'd be able to fight Yamcha? Do you think he'd be able to fight Tien? The only reason I'm mentioning those three is because they're pretty much the weakest. They are the weakest. I mean, I couldn't say Piccolo. He definitely wouldn't be able to fight Piccolo. He could train like a Z fighter his entire life. Piccolo would destroy him. There's no just leave that be. No. Anyway, but yeah. Let me know what you think about that, and let me know how you feel about Supreme Kai, knowing that he wasn't really supreme. He's just another Kai. He's just another Kai. That's all there's to it. And that in Majin Buu, I guess. Who is your favorite villain? I should ask. I can't say who my favorite villain is. I absolutely love them all. Oh man. I mean, the most evil though, I'd have to say is Kid Buu. The most evil, and that's probably my favorite. Him and Frieza are my favorite too. And then it goes Cell. All right, bro. Good luck, man. Thank you. But anyway, yeah. Let me know what you think in the comments down below about, Hercule, Supreme Kai, and who is your favorite villain in Dragon Ball Z, and please let me know why. All right. Thank you all for watching. Wait for the next one.